Today we will be learning area of a triangle. Now let's consider this is our rectangle. Yeah, the area of a rectangle is this is the length and this is the breadth. Our formula for the rectangle is area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth, right? So now if I join these diagonals opposite and if I try to find this area for this part, so area of this part, which is a say if I say my A, B, C and D is my rectangle. The area of rectangle I say ABCD is equal to length into breadth. Area is equal to length is CD into breadth is AC. Now if I want to find area of triangle ACD, the area of triangle ACD is half of the area of rectangle ABCD, right? Since I have done, I have joined this A and D diagonally opposite points. So now how much is the area of the rectangle ABCD? Is a length, half of length into breadth, that is half of length CD into breadth AC. So now if I draw, see my this triangle, I found the area where this is a 90 degree, since it's a rectangle. So now my formula for the, so now if I take this triangle separately, I draw it like this. This is my right angle triangle. This is P, Q and R. Yeah. And this is my 90 degree. So now area of triangle PQR equals to half of base, that is this one QR, I can say length QR into length PQ. Length PQ, length QR. Length of QR into length of PQ half. See, here what I have done, let's understand this again, I'll explain it again. ABCD is my rectangle. So the area of ABCD is length into breadth. Area of ABCD, so my length is CD, my breadth is AC. So CD into AC. Now I want to find area of this half part of ABCD. I join the diagonally opposite vertices A and D. So now area of ACD, since it's a rectangle, this is a 90 degree. So area of triangle ACD is a half of the area of rectangle ABCD. Yeah, so we found the area of rectangle is length into breadth. Length is CD and breadth is AC. So now my area of ACD equals to half of CD into AC. I found this with the help of rectangle. Now I have taken this a separate rectangle triangle. Now area of this triangle, how much? I know the formula now. Base, this is the base into the the vertex which are adjacent to the right angle. This is QR and PQ. They are adjacent to right angle. Similarly in ACD. So area of triangle PQR equal to QR into PQ. Yeah. So now if I write it in other form, this is, so if I say this base and this is height, since this is a drop taken on from the top vertex onto the base. So now area of triangle, I say PQR, in other terms, area of triangle PQR equals to, our formula will be half of base into height. So my formula here, see I have noted two formula before, one for the area of rectangle and one for the area of square. My third formula is area of triangle is equal to half of base into height. This is height and this is my base. Now we found the formula to find area of a right angle triangle. But what about the triangle which are not right angle triangle? So this is my triangle. A, B, C. Yeah, I will do this. C. Now my formula, what it says? Base, area of a triangle, my formula says triangle equals to half of base into height. Base into height. Base I have, that is BC. My base equal to BC. But what about the height? So I need a right angle triangle from a perpendicular drop from the top onto the base. So now I put a drop from here onto the base. So from here onto the base, this is right angle again. So my base height will be AD. So my height is equals to AD. So my area of triangle ABC equals to half of base BC into height AD. So here, when the triangle is not 90 degree, we need to drop a perpendicular from the vertex which is opposite to the base we are considering. Now keep in mind here. Now there is no mandatory that this should be the base. Base can be, now this is the base I consider. Now say I draw the same triangle. More or less same, yeah. I won't be able to draw exact same. So now this is my triangle. Now I considered, so this is more or less 90 degrees. So I just do it little different. So let's consider. So this is my triangle. A, B and C. Now here I put a drop from A to on BC. I can very well put a drop from B onto the AC as well. Not necessary it has to be from one vertex to, but it has to be from the opposite vertex. That's the main thing, because you are measuring its a height, so height will always be in a right angle to the base. So now in this case my area of triangle ABC equals to, now my base is AC, half of length AC into length BD, if this is my D, so it's a length BD. So you have a freedom from which vertex you want to put a drop onto the base, but one need to hear. So if this is the base, drop should be coming from the opposite side. If I consider this is the base, if I consider AC as the base, so my drop will be come from this area and it will be 90 degree here. So if I say AE, so my formula can be half of, in that case, AB, which is length AB, into length, now CE. So here my base is AE into C. Now you might think, let's say, what about when we can't put the drop? Now this is, if this is my triangle, now if this is my triangle ABC, if I consider BC as my base, so I extend this and I put a drop from here to here. So, and my D point will be this one. So area of this ABC will be area of triangle ABC. Here it will be half of length BC into length AD. Though my height drop is outside the triangle, but still it's fine because I am measuring the height. Super, and my BC, my base remains the same. Yeah. So area of this triangle ABC in this case will be length BC and length of AD, which is a height which is dropped from the opposite vertex onto the base. Here I am putting a drop from the B to D. Here I put a D to C onto the AB. In here from A onto the BC. So this clarifies you don't have to be have to have maybe from A to D. It can be from any vertex onto the opposite side. Now let's see the example. If the sides that form the right angle of a triangle are 3.5 centimeter and 4.2 centimeter, find the area of a triangle. Now we need to understand what they say. The sides that form the right angle. So they have provided us these two sides because they are forming a right angle and this is my triangle. So this, what they say, 3.5 and 4.2 centimeters. Now so according to the formula, area of triangle equals to half into base into height. So my base is 4.2. This is my base. And this is my height. Half into base is my 4.2 into my height is 3.5. So now if I divide by 2.1. So 2.1 into 3.5. So comes out to be 35 on the 35. So 335 to the 70, 73. 1 and the 2, so 7.3 square centimeter. So my area of the triangle is 7.35 square centimeter. In this case, you see, it doesn't matter whether you consider 4.2 this as a base or this as a height. If I put it in the different direction, so if I put this one, the larger portion like this, if I put the height, and the smaller if I put the length base, still if this is 4.2 and this is 3.5, still my area is going to be same. So it doesn't matter which one I consider base or height. Ultimately, when we multiply two numbers, A into B is equal to B into A. So let's say if I multiply 4 into 3, that is equal to 3 into 4. So base into height or height into base, whichever I consider base and whichever I consider height doesn't matter in this particular case of right angle triangle. Now the second example, what I say, if the base of a triangle is 5.6 centimeter and height is 4.5 centimeter, we need to find the area of the triangle. So let's just draw a quick one. So this might be the case of triangle, not necessary, it should be a, so my height is 4.5 centimeter and my base is 5.6 centimeter. This is my height. So area of the triangle, equals to half of base into height. So how much is my base? My base is 5.6 and my height is 4.5. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 eights are 16. Then it comes out to be 2.8 into 4.5. That comes out to be 12.6 square centimeters. So I have you need to do the calculations, multiplication separately. I already done it, so I have written 12.6 as a square centimeter. So let's understand this again. We have a formulas, so there is nothing like new we are going to find out or anything. The important thing about this particular chapter is you need to by heart those formulas. So and that's the reason I have kept those formulas on the corner all the time. So you as well need to make a list of formulas on the last page of your notebook, and then you use them formula, you by heart them every day. So by the time of exam you don't have to refer anywhere. So you better make a list of the formula and by heart them. As well as I have mentioned several times, you need to by heart tables from 2 to 13 to speed up your calculation. Once you by heart the table, it is going to take a very short time for you to find the answers, because here now if you see 28 into 45, so if you by heart the table of 28 is remembered to you, this calculation very easy for you. If it doesn't, then you have to spend a lot of time doing the calculation, and then you might find a limited time while during the exams, or specifically if you are preparing for the any other exam where you have to answer objective kind of answers to be selected. So it's a good to by heart table from 2 to 30. As well, make a list of all the formulas and then you by heart them or you read them every day. So question 1. Page of a rectangle is 45 centimeter long and 26 centimeter wide. We need to find area of that page. Let's, the area of the page of calendar will be a rectangle shape. Yeah. So now if I say 45 and 26, these are the sides. So area of rectangle, our formula for that area of rectangle equals to length into breadth. or width. So it will be 45 into 26. So that comes out to be 26 5s are. Then 26 4s are 52 and then 104 plus 13 117. So 1170 square centimeter. So the area of page will be 117 square centimeter. You have to do this calculation. That's the reason I'm asking. I'm saying again and again that you guys need to have tables for that at least till 30, because most of the time you will have a multiplicative factor which is a 26, 25, 22. That's another. So to do that, to speed up your calculation process and to reduce the rough work, you need to have the tables till 26. So my answer is 1170 square centimeter. Question number 2. What is the area of a triangle with base 4.8 and height 3.6 centimeter? Now see, this is my triangle. So this is the base they have given is a 4.8 and height they have given is a 3.6. So our formula of a area of a triangle is equal to half of base into height. So that's equal to half of, how much is a base? Base they have given 4.8. Height they have given 3.6. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8. So 2.4 into 3.6. So again, as I mentioned before, you will have always one multiplicative factor which is less than 30. So if you have the table up to 30, half of your problems are sorted. So now 2.4 into 3.6 comes out to be 8.64. So I give you a trick as well to how can you do quickly a multiplication. So now what I do normally, 3.6 into 2.4. If you are not back, if the table of 24 is not by heart into you, so you multiply 6 to 24. 6 4s are 24. So your last digit will come over here 4. And here you are carrying 2. 6 2s are 12. 12 plus 2, 14. So here you are carrying 14. 24 2s are 48. 48 plus 24, 48. Then you put a 24, 12. It comes out to be 72. So 72 plus 14 you do. It will come 6 and 8. So it will be 8 6. How many decimal places? 2 decimal places. So your answer comes out to be 8.64. But rather than doing this, best option is to have those tables up to a 30. So now let's look at the question number 3. What it says, what is the value of a rectangular plot of land 75.5 meter long and 30.5 meters broad at the rate of 1000 rupees per square meter? You need to understand this. 1000 rupees per square meter. So the 1000 rupees charges the cost of 1 meter by 1 meter. This 1000 rupees is for this size of the land. And this, the area, the plot we are the cost we need to find the plot is 75, this is 30.5 meters and this is 75.5 meters. So what we need to find? We need to find area of this land. So area of plot, or you can first say area of a rectangle. The best way to keep this formula by hearted is equal to length into breadth. So area of a plot, you can even do one thing. When you write this kind of formula, put them in bracket. So area of a plot equals to 75.5 into 30.5 meters. That comes out to be 2302.75. This is a square meter. Square meter. Here already I have done the calculation. So now for 1 square meter the cost is 1000 rupees. So the cost of a plot equals to rate per square meter into total area. Total, you can say area. So the cost is 1000 into 2302.75. So it comes out to be 230,275, and now these 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 2 decimal places, I put decimal here. So the amount comes out to be 2,23,02,750 rupees. Yeah, here is my decimal place and then these 2 zeros. Yeah. So rupees. So the cost of land is 23,02,750 rupees. So now the question 4, a rectangular hall is 12 meter long and 6 meter broad. They have given us the dimension of the hall. We need to keep in mind when we do solve this kind of problems, we need to make sure that the measure of unit should be similar. So now see, its flooring is to be made up of square tile of size 30 centimeter. How many such tiles will fit in the entire hall? That's one part of question. Second, how many would require if tile side is 15 centimeter? So this is the second question. So they have a 2 tiles option. We need to find one for the 30 and one for the 15. Before solving, you need to understand, so this is given in centimeter and then this is in meters. So we need to convert either meter to the centimeter or centimeter to the meter. Whichever way you find it comfortable. So now let's start. So area of rectangle, let's write a formula first. Area of rectangle equals to length into breadth. We make square to this. So area of a plot equals to 12 into 6, that is 12 6 the 72 meter, 72 square meters. Now, how many tiles will fit? So now we know the area of the hall. So area of the hall we know now. Now we need to find area of the tile. So first tile option is area of tile is equal to, now we need that as well in a meters. So one tile is a 30 centimeter is equal to 30 divided by 100 meters. Yeah. So now this complete we need to make square. Since you guys already studied the indices, I am doing this way. Or the other way you can do this is by 30 divided by 100 into 30 divided by 100. So it comes out to be 900 divided by 10,000. So this 0 gone. So 9 divided by 100. Here it becomes same. 30 divided by 100 is it, that means 30 square divided by 100 square. So 30 square is a 900 and 100 square is equal to 10,000 gone. So 9 divided by 100. Now what we want to point, so area of a one tile is 9 divided by 100. How many such tiles will fit in the hall? So number of tiles equals to area of hall divided by area of tile. Area of tile. Area of hall is 72 divided by area of a tile is 9 divided by 100. So now division is multiplication of inverse. So now I say 72 into 100 divided by 9. Yeah. So 9 8s are 9 1s are 9, 9 8s are 72. 8 into 100, 800 such tiles will fit in the hall for first part of the question. So area of, when the size of the tile is 30 square meter, 30 centimeter, such 800 tiles will fit in the is this in this hall. Now I have limited space, so I have to square it off. Now let's look at the second part of it. If the size of the tile is 15 centimeter, so area of tile. Now what I'll do, I'll convert it to the meters because my hall is in square meter. So what I'll do, 15 divided by 15 centimeter divided by 100 is converted to the, I convert it to the meters. Now side square, since it's a square, so side square. The square of 15 is 225 and square of 100 is 10,000. So we keep this as it is, or you can simplify it to the nearest possible way. You can do further. Now 5 4s are 45, 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25 divided by 5 2s are 10, so I write 2000. You can simplify further. 9 5 9s are 45, 5 4s are 20. This much. Now we need to find how many such tiles will be fitted in this 72 square meter. So number of tiles equal to area of hall divided by area of a tile. So area of hall is 72 square meter divided by 9 divided by 400 is the area of the tile. So now next what I will do, divide is multiplicative inverse. So 72 into 400 divided by 9. 9 8s are 72, 8 4s are 32. So 3200 such tiles will be required if the size of the tile is 15 centimeter. The question 5, what they say, find the perimeter and area of a garden with measures as shown in figures. So this is the shape of the garden. Now this is 13 meters. This side is 13 meters. This side is 13 meters. This is 13 meters. This is 13 meters. This is 13. This is 13. 13. All are identical. So let's first find the perimeter. So now perimeter of garden. See, if we find the perimeter of this area, this part, so it comes out to be 13 threes are, and then how many such parts are there? There are 4 parts are there which are like this. So we can say perimeter of garden equals to 13 into 3 into how many such part? 4. So it comes out to be 13 threes are 39 into 4, that comes out to be 9 fours are 36, 3 fours are 12 and 1 5, 15, and the unit is a meter, 15 meters. Yeah, so the perimeter part is sorted. Now let me erase this square line. Now to find the square, now if I connect these lines, this distance is 13, so this distance as well is a 13 meters. This is 13, this is as well as 13 meters. This is as well as 13 meters. This is as well as 13 meters. So 13 size, how many squares we have with the 13 meter size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total area of a garden equals to area of a square is a side square. So 13 square. And how many such squares are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 square. So it will be 5. So square of 13 is 169 into 5. 5 nines are 45. 5 sixes are 30, 34. 5 ones are 5 plus 3, 8. 8 square meter. 845 square meter is the total area of the garden.